In this video, I'm going to explain 3 reasons why introverted men are undeniably attractive, why this is the key to boosting your self confidence if you are an introverted man, and how recognizing these traits as your superpower can help you confidently approach women and maybe even possibly make one of them your girlfriend. So grab a notebook if you want to take notes, sit back, relax, and get ready for some serious mindset shifts. I know that introverts get a bad rap. They get a bad name because people automatically assume that you are socially awkward, has social anxiety, and are not good around being in person with people. I know it goes as far as people having stereotypes on introverted men like you, that you don't like to leave the house, that you're a hermit, that you're in monk mode all the time, which can be further from the truth. I feel like introverts have a spectrum of where they can fall into. And some of those that people assume are more the extremes of like introverted people. But introverted men, I feel like, are a gem, actually, a diamond in the rough. And when you discover them as a woman, they make really great partners. If you are feeling self doubt about being an introverted man when it comes to your dating experience and maybe creating a fulfilling romantic relationship, look no further because you're in the right place to reset and rewire your mindset about the traits that make you attractive, magnetic, and can help actually deepen your masculinity and how you express that and what that means to you. Number one great thing about introverts in general, men, women, is that they're good listeners. And if you've been to my channel before, you've heard me talk about women, feminine women definitely want to be in a relationship, to date someone who could actively listen. And what that means is being fully present, not being worried about wanting to cut somebody off just to say what you have to say and make your point, always wanting to be right. I feel like extroverts, and I've dated some extroverted men, do this and race to say what they want to say without necessarily listening to you because they have all this energy and they want to get it out and they want to make their point, which is awesome, but it's something to be said about someone who actually sits back and really listens to you and can be present with you and hold that container for what you're expressing. Women want that. Introverted men do this so well because you're so observant that you can naturally listen to somebody. And what I've also experienced with introverted men, you're more interested in when you're in a public scene with people, you're more interested with getting to know somebody before talking about yourself versus like word vomiting all over somebody just to get a word in and be seen, right? You are not concerned with being heard because when you say something, people are going to listen. But I'll get into that later. Introverted men are great listeners, and that makes them so much better at communicating, really being in great conversation, which I'm going to bring up again, but also being able to take in information and then digest it and then say what they want to say with so much consciousness because now they've listened. And that makes them great in a relationship because, of course, women want to be seen, heard, and understood. And in order to be understood, you got to be listened to. And that is a superpower. Keep mastering being a good listener because it's an asset to you in your career, in your personal life, and definitely in your romantic life. Number two, introverted men bring a grounded presence, right? They are able to keep their composure. If you are an introverted man listening to this, think back to how you show up in life and how you are in a room filled with people, or maybe even a small intimate group, or think back to how you are on a date. You're not going to go off in rage or anger. You're not going to get pissed off and punch a wall. You have a great composure and you are able to control your emotions. And I will actually say they're actually better at being emotionally intelligent because of this superpower, because of being able to bring a grounded presence. You can control your emotions. And that is awesome. That is very attractive to women because one, it's going to help them trust you and always feel safe around you. Two, they know that you're going to respond with consciousness, with maturity, with attentiveness. When you speak, people are going to listen because you don't say a lot. When you do talk, it's coming with a presence, it's coming with groundedness. You're not all over the place. Let's be here, go there, talk to this person. You get your energy from being alone and having spent so much time or a good amount of time alone, or making sure you block out your me time every day throughout the week, 365 days of the year. You are so great at responding maturely because you've grown so much, because you spent so much time with yourself. Introverted men, pat yourself on the back for always bringing a grounded presence to whatever room you're in, whatever relationship you're in, and know that women find that very attractive because that's a part of you expressing your masculinity in a healthy way. Healthy masculine men bring a grounded presence to a relationship because they know that a woman, more or less, is usually fluid and flowing. And sometimes we can be a little wild and crazy and playful and fun and emotional. And we really value a man who can hold that container and accept us for all those different modes and emotions that we are going to bring you through without responding to us negatively, without looking down on it, without projecting and getting so upset and so angry, or disappointed that you like go off and explode. Number three, which goes back to being good at observing and good at listening, is you're also great at conversation. Introverts are going to listen. They are very interested in meaningful conversation. You're going to bring conversation with meaning, with depth, with wisdom since you've worked on yourself internally. You're not big on getting validation from an external source. And so, since you've self validated yourself, you've worked on yourself, you've expanded, you are a man who expands, who constantly grows because you're introverted. When you get in a conversation with somebody, you're probably like you can be like a walking encyclopedia from like just studying so much knowledge, but also bringing your life experiences into a conversation. And you're usually not good at small talk, like, oh, what do you do? And blah 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 blah. Like, you want to get to the deeper conversations to ask somebody and to answer, and you're very genuine in conversation. And that is a superpower because that's what can make you so great at a relationship. Relationships are all about communication. Being an effective communicator directly related to being a great conversationalist. If you can't effectively communicate because you're aware of people's body language, facial expressions, because you listen with intent and deeply, and you're very mindful about when you're going to talk and respond, you really can step into offering value in conversation, offering so much value in relationships, platonic, romantic, and business. Remember these things when you go out there and meet. And I want to point this out. Usually introverted men are way more attractive in person. Your qualities and your superpowers don't always translate online. So I understand if you're struggling on dating apps, trust me, it's not just your fault. Your traits and your superpowers just don't come off online, because you got to sometimes be grandiose and have a bigger personality to get noticed, right? By women on there, because there's so much going on, there's so much people, there's competition. You do better with meeting people in person. I encourage you to go out there to speed dating events, get into some communities that you think you would like, where you can meet women at, like a running club or an exercise club, maybe even a chess club. You never know, you know? Get out there and get social in person. Go out with your friends, go out with your coworkers and colleagues. Even if you have some women platonic friends that invite you out, go out with them. Get out and know that you're not awkward, nothing's wrong with you, and be that attractive man that I know you can be. And I hopefully listening to this helps to boost your confidence in going out there and connecting with women. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, I'll see you in another video. And if you like this video, push that like button, drop a comment below, and subscribe to the channel if you're feeling what I'm putting down. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.